when she was cast in a French-language film in 1982. These early uncredited roles gave her little screen time, but still provided her a boost in the film industry.
Oh man, the tape deck broke down.
For the record, I did suggest it wasn't the safest idea to wire a VCR and an old tube telly to a couple of submarine batteries.
Much less bolt all of that to the wooden frame Brother Methuselah has been carrying around on his back.
In the goddamn rain.
See, that's what I'm saying. You should have added a jaunty little umbrella. I told you all, but did you listen to me? No one ever listens to me. It's like I'm not...
Why bother with all this electrical stuff anyways? Isn't this the life on the open road, roughing it outdoors?
How else were we going to keep ourselves entertained during our exile? The oral tradition.
Oh, maybe not oral, but...
No.
Oh, shit! The batteries, all that rain!
The pain! The specifically electrical pain! Jiminy Christmas!
God. Look at his pants.
Okay, hold on, I got you.
Oh, thank Ford, my robes are woven from the purest asbestos. I surely would have been burnt to a crisp otherwise.
Well, it may have been janky AF, but I have to give props for it lasting a lot longer than we had any right to expect. It's like old people technology was built like it was going to be around a while. I mean, I don't...
No! This can't be happening, man! This can't be happening! What the hell are we going to do now? What are we going to do?
For starters, not going full Hudson on us one.
Oh, hold on here. Let me have a look. Oh, you got flop sweat on your face. You're pale. Your hands are shaking. Oh, shit. I know this look. This Inquisitor Ethan is in withdrawals.
No, of course you'd know what that looks like.
I'm in real pain, man. I'm going to die.
I refuse to believe that a person can go into withdrawals over movies.
Hey, it's true. I mean, look at the prehistoric Mycenaean civilization. No movies at all, and where are they now? Oh, look at this mess. I told you we should have gone with Betamax.
The war between VHS and Betamax was decided long ago.
Yeah, the porn industry delivered the fatal blow.
Phrasing.
Well, since we can't watch anything, what are we going to do?
What people have done for ages, since before videos existed.
I remember a time before streaming, but there was a time before videos?
You mean recreational demolitions?
No.
Rugby-based blood sports.
No.
Erotic soap carving contest?
No. Oh, perform jazz recitals about the wireless. I think I could hum the latest Cole Porter. What? Shut up, you antique wind-up twataphone.
Seriously, though, what are we going to do?
Jesus H. Christ. Read! We're gonna read. Read books like civilized human beings. And I know that might be a difficult concept for some of y'all, but I promise you it can be done. And it will be done.
Yes, books!
When I joined this society, I was promised no reading. It was right there in the contract that I didn't read.
Could be worse. I thought you were going to suggest we all just talk for a while and get to know each other.
Oh, of all the sick, disgusting things you've ever suggested, Brother Andy.
Enough flim-flam. Cease your folderol. Reading, eh? How will that help us to have a conclave? We can't just broadcast the sound of us sitting around and turning pages.
And if we just read the text aloud, what would that make us? Some kind of, I don't know, sonic document? A phonoparchment? An audio book, if you will?
We're gonna have a book club, bitches. A good old-fashioned book club.
Well, we can't just do it here in the middle of nowhere in the rain.
Next to a screaming fossil.
I am still in pain.
Yeah, we got that from the screaming.
Correct. We will find a place, somewhere that the pseudo-intellectual literati thrive. A place where would-be authors mingle with so-called readers where man bun wearing milk toasts mingle with trust fund kittens, and everyone is working on a project.
Oh my Godzilla. You don't mean...
Within the depths of the strip mall of a strip mall, lies a pretty nice coffee shop open till sunset. Past the spotless counters where hipsters fuss and order drinks. Beyond the groovy beanbag chairs flanking the mezzanine where would-be screenwriters tap keyboards in frustration, a secret society assembles to scrutinize those books rumored to drive their readers to dissolution and madness. Draw closer, dear listener, and let your trembling ears sup upon the eldritch knowledge of the LIBROMANIA Legion.
Welcome to Cafe Coco Libongo del Gogo. Our specials today are...
Nice door. Little pretentious, but I'll take it. All right.
Sir, you can't... welcome to Cafe Coco Libongo.
Silence, caffeine drone! This way, everyone. Colonize a booth!
Okay. Well, that's... Welcome to Cafe Coco...
Give me a cup of Hemingway's tears steeped in the venom of the marlin he never caught. Thank you.
Wait, marlins don't even have venom.
Oh, scotch then.
This is a cafe. We don't have a liquor license.
Stupid laws. Nobody cared about licenses in Interzone. We drank ethanol, NyQuil...
Welcome to Cafe Coco...
Hi, I'll take a half calf with a calf mixed in, whisk it frothy, and bring me just the steam, and don't bother with the cup.
That's not even possible. Welcome to Cafe...
Bring me a reading lamp and a cup of mountain spring water and non-dairy. Well, okay, I'm feeling fancy. Make it a champagne flute of glacial off-melt from the Swiss Alps.
How? Welcome to...
Cease your prattle, peasant. I'll take a coffee Colombo bingo bango sweet mama Diablo and leave in the pineapple slice.
Whatever. Welcome...
A fifth of vodka, 8 shots of espresso, and just a splash of soy milk. And can I get that on the rocks? In a to-go canister? And I brought my own straw.
Are you all right? What the... Welcome...
Cup of tea, please.
Oh, that is it! I ain't not paying enough for this shit!
The knuckles so
Frank's
pointy.
coming in here asking for things we don't even have! I'm so tired of it! Stuff!
Okay, now where were we? Oh yeah, book club, bitches.
Very well. I call this readathon of the LIBROMANIA Legion to order. I suppose a gavel is too much to hope for.
Here, just bang this coffee mug on the table.
This will only end in tears. You'll rue this day. You over there! Commence your ruing.
Shut up and read, you goddamn heathens. Okay, everybody ready? Did you all read the book that I assigned?
No.
Yes, but I don't understand how we're going to have a serious conclave about all of these recipes.
Recipes? What did you read?
The Necronomicon?
Seriously? Let me see. The Necronomicon. Seriously?
It's the world's most dangerous cookbook.
Did anyone read the Necronomicon like I assigned?
I read the program from the 2003 San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, God.
I read issues 1 through 4 of the Necronomicon.
That explains the wrist brace and suspiciously long bathroom breaks.
How does that even exist?
Rule 34.
What about the rest of you?
Nearest I could get was the Telecom-Nicon, Cleveland area, circa 1998. An avant-garde work, mainly just lists of numbers, but after a while it really grabs you.
Andrea, tell me you of all people at least read an actual goddamn book.
Well, actually, Necronomicon isn't a real book. It's a creation of science fiction author H.P. Lovecraft and only exists within the world of his books. So I read the collective works of H.P. Lovecraft.
Jesus, that's a lot of Lovecraft.
Of course it's real. I have the paperback right here. But whatever, that's close enough.
That one's a hoax created in the 70s to cash in on gullible metalheads. There is no real Necronomicon.
Well, actually,
Hey, contract says that's my line, bucko.
there is a real Necronomicon. It's an art book by H.R. Giger, originally published in 1977.
Good grief. Okay, yeah, fine. But I meant H.P. Lovecraft.
H.R. Giger gave a copy of Necronomicon to Ridley Scott, thereby inspiring the epic and unforgettable production design of the world's greatest movie, Alien, which was...
Again with
absolutely
Alien?
the best.
Christ, what is it with you and that goddamn movie?
Look, someone described the premise of the film to me in 4th grade, which made me not able to sleep for a week and terrified of anything touching my face. If I had to be traumatized by that film, so do all of you.
Anyway, Daniel?
Temirakash eretnachur inka afwired emwenul angshem beshaki wuit ianwe.
I don't know what he read, but it might have been something best left unread.
Yet he pushed on anyway. He understood the assignment. Sometimes you gotta break a few eggs to make things right for the great old ones once again.
Whoa, phew. Sorry about that. I went to grab my old copy of the Book of the Dead, but I wasn't sure which one you meant. So, like, most people think of the Egyptian one, which started off as pyramid and coffin texts between, 2400 and 2000 BCE. Then there's Tibetan, Bardo Thodol, Sumerian Lament of Susa, the Lev Ginza, Ethiopian Mathafa Sadak, Ars Moriendi, Orphic Argonautica. So I just read them all.
At once?
The hell, dude? Were you trying to raise Armageddon? Because that's how you get an Armageddon. You better not have been trying to bring about anything, because, nothing good ever gets brung about.
I mean, I'm not trying to. It's more of a lifestyle choice than an agenda.
Don't worry about it, comrade. It would have been a lovely excuse to bust out my flamethrower.
So, now we're all assembled, how shall we proceed?
Well, I guess we can talk about what we did read.
Well, mine started off a bit bland. Aaron Aronovich was a predictable opener, but it really got going towards the end with all the Zyangs, Yankoviches, and Zimmermans. Not to mention a whole foray into classified ads for local tradespersons. That one was quite the divertissement.
Mine had some really great illustrations. A real pop-up book, if you know what I mean. It was a rousing success, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Really made the characters come to life, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Boners.
I'm getting the vapors.
I mean, really great illustrations, too. Though they don't all seem physically possible, at least for humans. Want to see?
No. Well, maybe.
Yes, please.
Oh, someone else. Please, someone else go.
I'll go. On the first day, there were some really great guests speaking in Ballroom C during the morning. In the afternoon, the action was all happening in Room 203. On the second day, the keynote speaker got all of the attention, but if you left early, you could be the first into the exhibit hall and get your hands on all the best swag and limited edition merch before the booths got too crowded. The last day was less exciting, but also less crowded.
And that all happened when?
In 2003. It's a period piece.
So useful. All right, how about you, Ethan?
Well, this was mostly review. I've actually made recipes from this book in the past. Robin and I have a history of doing themed dinner parties, usually themed to a movie, but a couple of years ago, after I got some money attached to my Lovecraft-themed feature film project, we decided to invite a bunch of friends over for a Thanksgiving.
When does that take place, anyway?
That's the last Thursday in November. Where we made and served a bunch of recipes out of Necronomicon. as with any good dinner party, we started with cocktails. So I did Herbert West's Deanimator, which I naturally served in syringes that we had left over from all the nursing difficulties that we had. We also made Nog Sothoth of Liquor at the Punch Bowl. And that was a hit. Everybody likes boba, it seems, and that calls for boba.
Ew, I don't like boba.
Now that is a proper drink. Not like the menu at this so-called cafe.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
What is it?
I mean,
It's like buns.
They only have
Nothing
one
more
door.
than 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Could be anything.
And there's no door on the
Vodka.
bathroom.
Try.
Well, none anymore.
Well, next we had appetizers because this was something we did with courses. So we had grape old wands, which were grapes in wontons, and Migo to go, which naturally involves fungi. For the kids' entrees, we made necroroni and cheese, and cultists in robes, which are a variation on pigs in a blanket, but where the hot dogs are cut like an octopus and you wrap biscuit around it like a rope.
Oh, that's really creative.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
would
pretty
Cheese
fun.
is a crime against humanity.
But seriously, like, grape wontons, though?
Sounds
Well-
sacrilegious.
It is. It's actually surprisingly good.
Wontons are a very mild flavor. They can go sweet or savory, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Sort of like crepes.
Well, it's that
Yeah.
whole thing of mixing sweet and savory. It is something that drives one to madness, but can be enjoyable nonetheless.
I mean, it's a bland starch. You can mix it with anything, just like a pancake or a crepe.
Yeah.
Or boba.
A fried dough. Ugh, bobas are so gross. I don't want to eat eyeballs.
Boba's fantastic.
Next, we went to we made adult entrees. So we made Shaw goulash and the unknown squash for all the vegans in the crowd. And the fun thing was we had a lot of people who came in costume, and a great time really was had by all.
Oh,
What's something weird to something
As
like
if
that?
Hungarian cuisine
yeah,
wasn't
and how come
bleak
I
enough.
wasn't invited?
I don't know that I.
Yeah, I know. I didn't actually exist yet.
And where was I during all this?
It's a shame you had to miss out on it.
Bavmorda exiled you into the fifth dimension of me.
It was
I
so...
brought an acorn.
Anyway, so unfortunately, the Thanksgiving was also the last dinner party we've thrown because that was in 2019, and as you might all recall, November of 2019, shortly right afterward, there was a deadly global plague that struck that month, and then months of major civil unrest here in the U.S. and also I think in the U.K. too.
No, it was fine.
No,
It was yet another good reason to bust out that flamethrower, eh?
I don't know. Maybe it's just my overdeveloped sense of guilt, but I tell myself we had nothing to do with it, but. Reality is we did open the Necronomicon, and we worked several recipes via its directions. I guess I'm saying I'm not willing to rule anything out.
I mean,
Oh, so
I
it's
will
your
say,
fault?
like,
I mean, let's blame you.
not
Why
for
blame
nothing,
the Chinese when we can
more
blame
than
Ethan?
More than one.
Not enough training. Just not enough training.
More than one occult tradition, right? Like, food is one of the popular forms in which incantations and rituals are performed. So you may very well have. It may all be your fault.
Not
that's
enough
the entire
blood.
basis of pastrymancy.
Astromancy.
Astromancy.
Welcome the Necroissant.
The Great British Bake Off. Dark side.
We
The Great Old Ones Bake Off.
Was
There
that
we
around
go,
the same
that's
time
better.
that we did that oh god, sorry. The acting thing with the guy from Mad Max 2.
No, that was that. Yes, that was around the same time actually. That was
Yeah.
that.
Gibson?
That was just
No,
about
Vernon Wells.
a month later. No, 2 months later. That was in January of 20.
Yeah, Vernon
we
Wells.
did a,
That was like
acting workshop.
Okay,
led by
if
Vernon
it had
Wells.
been Mel Gibson,
Yeah, that
then
was-
I would say it's definitely your fault. You definitely opened some portals to some dark sides or something.
no, it was like that was like the last thing I did before like the world shut down was go to that acting workshop with Vernon Wells.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know who
Yeah.
Vernon Wells is, right?
Yeah.
It was Wes. You can run, but you can't hide.
Well then. All right, Andrea, what have you got for us?
Get comfy, everyone. Class is in session.
Oh, shit.
The
There we go.
Necronomicon does not actually exist.
Like hell, you say? I got me a genuine, real, somewhat original copy right here. Check it out. The paperback edition. I had to trade a first edition P.K. Dick novel for this. It says right on the cover, Necronomicon. See?
Oh, the world's most dangerous book, now in paperback.
Well, it was cheaper than the hardcover.
Correction. The book Lovecraft described in his stories doesn't exist. Like I said earlier, what you're holding is a joke created in the late 70s. That book came about because of a confluence of social forces. There was the public concern over the growth of the early heavy metal music scene. There was the revival of interest in H.P. Lovecraft literature. And there were the first stirrings of moral panic over supposed secret cabals of Satanists in schools, all part of the phenomenon we now call the Satanic Panic. That book is mostly just ancient Sumerian funeral rites with some mythos from Lovecraft mixed in.
Looks like Hope got ripped off.
I don't know. I mean, I will say, I did read a few of the fakies back in college when I was, getting into occultism. They were maybe a little less rigorous, but I did start to see glimpses. Patterns upon patterns, inconceivable geometries, the dark cupboards of the earth, the foothills of vague dismay. Good shibi siura murgubi asaal siakba kusigukiataba. Bimbidi azabar kiukta.
Now that you mention it, I did notice the stars looking not quite right earlier. And you've grown a tentacle. It waved at me.
Sorry. Stop it, Francis. You're drawing attention.
Ahem. Ironically, H.P. Lovecraft did later write a history of the Necronomicon, but few copies survive. According to Lovecraft's history, the original text was called Al-Asif. It was written by the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred in the 8th century Damascus. He was born in Sana'a, Yemen, but he was later torn apart in public by an invisible demon. Or he disappeared. Depends on your point of view.
How many points of view are there? One guy says, oh yeah, Abdul just wandered off one day, he owed me a fiver too. And the other says he was torn apart in the town square. There's not really much overlap there. I think we can discount the opinion of the local glue huffer ranting about invisible demons.
Hey!
Yeah, that isn't even how Arabic is composed anyhow. That basically translates to slave of the strangler. Fucking Lovecraft. Sheesh.
The text was later translated into Greek in 950 CE and given the name Necronomicon officially. In 1228, it translated into Latin. Later, finally, English and German translations appeared. The very few copies left in existence are said to be distributed among various universities, including Miskatonic University in Arkham.
Go fighting cephalopods.
There is a novel I read by an author named Donald Tyson called Al-Hazred, author of the Necronomicon, which is actually pretty decent. It's not the best thing ever written, but it's a good, creepy, scary book.
Did it at least include a lot of tentacles?
No, not exactly.
Oh, well, then I'm not interested.
It's interesting because Donald Tyson isn't a novelist. Like he also claims to be like a real spiritualist author. And I thought it was pretty funny that this book, which I have, was published by Llewellyn Press, which tends to publish lots of quote unquote real magic books.
Oh, okay.
What did he claim to be?
A wizard.
What?
Well, Donald Tyson claims to be a real practitioner of magic and witchcraft.
Oh, a bullshit artist.
Yeah.
Wait. Donald Tyson. I'm
Tyson.
assuming this is not the same Donald Tyson who is the CEO of Tyson Foods.
Probably not.
Oh,
Although,
my God.
just to be
No.
safe,
Wizard
I mean,
Supreme and Chicken Magnate.
just to be safe, I would
Those
avoid
dino nuggets
anything
are
from
magically
Tyson
delicious.
Foods, but for different reasons.
They are made
avoid
from real
anything from-
dinosaurs.
How do you think he got the dinosaurs?
Wasn't Miskatonic University Daniel's alma mater?
Yeah, but It was a learn-at-home-by-mail sort of deal. The envelopes were always moist.
Like your typewriter.
Here, now it, baby.
Oh, it's under the table.
Oh, he's still here. Oh, I thought we flushed.
Oh, go. It scuttled over my foot.
Oh, there goes the health rating.
The first actual written reference to the fictional Necronomicon was in H.P. Lovecraft's story The Hound, where the characters find a hound-shaped amulet and mention that it had been described in the Necronomicon. Later, H.P. Lovecraft goes on to include the Necronomicon in at least 18 of his stories. Some of the most famous references to the text are found in At the Mountains of Madness, The Thing on the Doorstep, and most foundationally, The Dunwich Horror. In The Thing on the Doorstep, Edward Derby takes an interest in the Necronomicon and other occult texts while studying at Miskatonic University, then marries Asenath Waite from Innsmouth. He is later possessed by Ephraim Waite, Asenath's father, through Asenath's use of a formula from the Necronomicon that allows a person to travel body to body to body and transfer themselves into another's body so they never die.
Sounds useful.
What was the middle part again?
The funny thing is, most actual books of the dead are quite upbeat and optimistic. Downright cheer you up reading.
Are you sure you have the right book there? I don't remember seeing many ancient death tomes on the list of top 10 light summer reads for the beach.
Mine.
A Brit is one to talk about staying upbeat. Yeah, I'm serious. There's some variation, but most are either instruction manuals or allegories on how to pass through the lands of the dead to reach some kind of everlasting paradise. That was the most common theme, was that journey. Often repeated many times by a god, a lot of the times tied to the cycle of day and night. No evil spells, murderous blood rituals, or unwholesome sex orgies with corpses.
And most cycles I know of involve a lot of blood.
Wait a minute. Mine was like all sex orgies. Not with corpses, but, you know, you get it.
Yes, we get it.
Well, why did you read them?
I was going through a phase, but I got over it. So they assume the inherent goodness of humanity and the divine spark within them. Now, the Greek Orphic poetry gets a bit darker. They make it all about the war between the Titans and the gods. And then Christians run away with all that, and it becomes all about self-denial and resisting Satan's temptations and yada yada.
Bloody Christians fuck up everything.
Just like anything that's fun. It's just, they take it right out of it. Stuff.
And then they act like they didn't steal it from all the other cultures that preceded them.
Bunch of fucking
God forbid you should enjoy anything ever.
Well, they steal all the fun stuff and then introduce a lot of self-denial. It's like, let's take all the fun stuff and then make it less fun.
Self-flagellating.
Yeah.
What's the whole thing of like the videos of like hyper-Christian fundamentalists being like, oh, we don't celebrate Halloween, but we dress up a little bit and have our own little thing. And it's like, that's fucking Halloween. Huh?
Wait till you've met the fundamentalists so fundamental they don't celebrate Christmas because it's not in the Bible.
Well, it's like I said, that whole thing, you know, when we were in the Happy Harvest,
that place.
They might not like it, but, you know, they'll be damned if they'll pass up on an opportunity to profit.
Yeah, right? Dude, I didn't even know until you told me that Trunk or Treat actually started with them because they were terrified of drugs and razor blades and their chocolate being handed out.
Yeah.
I swear to God, no one likes your shitty kid enough to give them free drugs on Halloween, okay? People are keeping the goddamn
free razor blades.
Those are expensive, right, Daniel?
Yeah, good ones. Holy shit.
Nah, but it's totally real. Yeah, I when I was a kid, I was trick-or-treating and I found a USB drive full of communist propaganda in my Kit Kats. Start them early with Lenin.
That's awesome.
A little crunchy, but...
One year, my kid got a pack of ramen. That was, like, the best.
What was the look on their face? Like, Mom, what do I do with this?
Oh, fuck.
Shut up, give it to me, kid.
I was like, ooh, can I have some soup? Used to. So he thought it was amazing. I got soup.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
He totally ate
Where
it
do I
for
find
lunch
that
the next day. I think our neighbor just forgot that it was Halloween and she grabbed the only thing she had a bulk pack of and just started handing it out.
That's a great idea.
Amazing.
Yeah, one kid got beef, the other kid got chicken. It was awesome.
Those are the two best flavors, in my opinion.
No, what we ought to do is hand out ramen and copies of the Communist Manifesto.
Nice!
Aha!
I think that pairs better with potatoes.
Well, you don't give potatoes unwrapped, so you'd have to wrap them up in tinfoil. And then we'd have to take it out of our Fez budget, so,
Or you could process them and just serve vodka.
I was about to say tiny little hotel-sized bottles of vodka.
Oh my God, if you actually gave those to kids, you'd get in so much trouble.
We should give those to the grown-ups who have to
Only
take
if
the
the
kids.
pesto's out only to adults.
Oh my gosh, let's start that tradition. Candy for the kids and booze
yeah.
for the grown-ups that have to slog around the neighborhood with them. Adults
There you go.
should be rewarded.
There are neighborhoods that do that.
Yeah.
Where? Tell me. Speaking of Anglo-Christian terror of everything fun or unusual, Professor Andrea, where were you going with Lovecraft?
At the Mountains of Madness has Antarctic researchers find an old city of old ones destroyed by Shoggoths. They reference the mad author of the Necronomicon as they describe the scene, though the narrator disputes Alhazred's claim that none, meaning Shoggoth, have been bred on this planet, since the scene he witnesses points to a Shoggoth attack. Most completely, in the Dunwich Horror, the Necronomicon appears in several instances and is quoted at length. Wilbur Whately travels to Miskatonic University to consult the book, which is kept under lock and key in the college library. To quote, he was looking, he had to admit, for a kind of formula or incantation containing the frightful name Yog-Sothoth.
Right there with you, Professor. Now, that general idea of a secret name of a god or whatever that gives you special power, or like VIP passes backstage to ask for their autograph, that is totally a thing.
Apparently, Wilbur
like
owned his
Voldemort.
own copy in English. But it was an imperfect replica of the official English translation, and he wanted to consult the earlier Latin version. To his disappointment, library staff do not allow Wilbur to check out their Latin Necronomicon to take home. However, readers do get to see an entire page from the book as follows, quote, "Nor is it to be thought that man is either the oldest or the last of earth's masters, or that the common bulk of life and substance walks alone. The old ones were, the old ones are, and the old ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between them they walk serene and primal, undimensioned and to us unseen. Yog-Sothoth knows the gate," etc., etc.
Hastur, Hastur, Hastur! See? I told you nothing would happen. It's probably fine.
After asking unsuccessfully to borrow the Necronomicon from Harvard, Wilbur eventually returned to Miskatonic University's library at night to steal the Necronomicon. However, he was attacked by a guard dog, and his horrific true form was revealed as he died. Why did Wilbur Whately need the Necronomicon? His twin brother was a horrible invisible creature that was growing in their barn and then escaped. Wilbur needed the proper magic words to properly empower the creature to destroy the world, of course. The hero, Dr. Armitage, has to use some of the incantations from the same Necronomicon, it is implied, to dispel this awful creature and save the world.
Yes, good. Yes.
Encore! Good stuff.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great lecture.
Thank you, Professor.
Very
It was very
engaging.
educational. Slightly long-winded.
You're welcome. Knowledge is power. The power to shape this mortal coil into the perplexing paradoxogram of Nyarlathotep.
Speaking of which, has anyone checked on Daniel lately?
Lorem ipsum dolor sitam et consectitur iadipishing elit.
He seems about the same, though that Icor really has reduced to low dribble.
And by the same, we mean really fucking messed up.
Sed do eius mod tempor incididunt ut labore et dolore magna aliqua.
Guys, louder usually means worse.
Why does this sound so
Ut
familiar?
enim ad minim veniam.
Shit. He's channeling the fifth dimension of GeoCities, a realm of dark alien gods and darker content.
Vis nos
You know the
rudexitacion.
spell? It's the unholy summoning of placeholder text.
Fuck. The last known counterspell hasn't been seen online since the Great Takedown of 2009. Daniel! Daniel, can you hear me? Can you has cheeseburger, Daniel? Quick, someone slap a dancing construction icon over his mouth. Come on, come on!
On it. Will this old sock do?
Yeah, probably.
There we go. At least he hasn't summoned anything dangerous yet.
So far, he appears to have summoned 1 bottle of ranch dressing, a dozen pickled kumquats, a small rabbit, and a portable hibachi grill of madness.
I think I have a recipe for that. Hang on.
Let's leave the cooking for later. After this whole debacle, I don't trust any y'all with fire.
Oh, and speaking of fire.
What?
What?
You freaks got me fired. 1-star rating on the app.
Sorry.
Look, no scotch, no stars.
And you fucked up the door.
Fucked up? Or made it fucking better?
And made our brewmaster vomit up his lungs in confusion.
Platu Barada necktie.
Well, guess what? Tonight, the coffee comes with a slice.
It's a shitty pun, but I'll allow it. LIBROMANIA LEGION, run away! Run away!
I'll give it to this person.
At least we don't have to hold the door.
Have we ever entered a building and not left it worse than we came?
That episode of the LIBROMANIA Legion was written and performed by Hope Bravo, Daniel Scribner, Ethan Ireland, Andy Slack, Alessa Luz Martinez, Andrea Palladino, and Zacharia Berks, with special guest star Christine Murray as the frustrated barista. Music by Carl Casey at White Bat Audio, with sound effects and incidental music courtesy of Epidemic Sound. Visit us on Facebook at the Cinemania Society, or email us at thecinemaniasociety.gmail.com. The LIBROMANIA Legion is a product of the Cinemania Society, LLC.